understand dry and stick, then understand holy. So you make holy, so you have a problem. Then I talking. Then he don't understand anything, Only he attached to Buddha, attached to holy, attached to this temple is a holy place. Then first time many opinion, Korean opinions, American student opinions, this have problem. Then living together, anytime I told them, don't keep your opinion, don't keep your situation on condition. If you keep this mind, then have a problem. Only Zen Center means together action. Put it all down, all opinion, all condition, all situation. Only practicing praise. If you practicing, then understand holy. Then understand Buddha. Holding Buddha, then you attach to Buddha, then you have a problem. You must kill your Buddha. Then I talk about that. Then, how killed my Buddha? He said, so you have, in your mind, have a Buddha. So you must kill your Buddha. Then true Buddha appear. Then he came every day practicing, everybody come here practicing over the newsletter. We are Sunday evening, 2 hours, citizen. Every Korean people, American people, together. Okay. Every Saturday night. Then very close. American student, Korean student, very close. That time, this link with this head Dharma teacher. So he learn acupuncture, learn Korean food, learn everything, Korean style, learn everything, So he teaching also American style. So American style, Korean style, jampong. Together. Interesting this happening is, we are sometime went to this Kido together, okay, California. Then this Diana invite us, American student and Korean all this woman student, go to restaurant. Then we have very good food, all Mexican food, come on. Then look at this table, start eating, okay. Then all Korean people use fork and knife. All American students use chopstick. Not use fork and knife, So you change, karma change. American student, Korean style. The Korean students change American style. They all use fork and knife, So this is very interesting. Means they already disappear Korean style, disappear American style. Already all become one mind. This is very important. We become one mind. Okay. So we are moving just now. This location. It's Olympic Boulevard and Wilton. This corner. The 3 big house. In the middle is a Korean temple, original Korean temple style. This size American student Zen Center, the correct American style temple. Okay, the one house all this just now empty, so all this is now fixed. Then all the monk and some Korean people, some American people moving over there. So many houses. So we think about this Korean or American opinion, Korean opinion, American opinion. But this keep American opinion, keep Korean opinion, then sometimes have a problem. But put it all down or opinion, then no problem. Problem not appear. If put it all down means we are cut of all thinking, only keep try mind. Keep try mind, there has no I, my, me, mind. Only has no I, my, me. Has no I, my, me, then there is no American, no Korean, no big China, no this Russia. Any country opinion already disappear. It's already become one. Okay. Already this become one means this we say already. It's a primary point. This is our center, universal center. You know, all become one. This is very important. Then this become one mind. My center, strong my center. This strong my center means not moving mind. If you attain not moving mind, attain everything is unchanging, ever changing, ever changing. If you attain ever changing, then already you got this beyond life and death. There is no life, no death. Unchanging mind, unchanging. Then if you attain unchanging, the unchanging, ever changing, then you can control everything. You can control everything. Because form is emptiness, emptiness is a form. Only you attached so name and form, so your mind changing, changing. More form changing, your mind changing, changing. But form original empty. So all form also empty. It's same as you think about I good thing, I good thing. Then in your good mind, I bad thinking, I make bad mind. You are freedom. You make anything, you know, everything. So all things credit in your mind. What? Credit your mind. Okay. So this means very important word. We say the only style speech of our mind. Credit all things. Credit our mind. Okay. But it's a mind. It's a mind of name. All things also name. First attain ever-changing mind. Okay, ever-changing. Everything is ever-changing. So that is the center. Okay, that's the center. If you attain center, then use this center. Then everything is you can use function. There understand correct function. Understand correct function means correct situation. Moment to moment correct situation. Moment to moment correct situation, then no problem. Also moment to moment correct situation, keep correct situation means this we say already great love, great compassion, great all satisfied. This already that this action, all my action is for all people, not for me. But this is true for me, for other people, which means true for me, because there is not you, has no I. So both together grow up. That means name is complete. Name is complete. So we sutra said one by one each thing is complete, already complete. But your mind not complete, don't understand everything is complete. So your mind complete already, everything is complete. You has it means you have center, then everything has a center. So your center, universal center, come together. Then if you have center, you can use universal energy. That means 대기. Great energy. Understand? 대기, 대기. Great energy. Great energy from 공기, 공기. Understand? Empty energy. 공기. Empty energy. You breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. This is the 공기. 공기 into, 공기 get out. 공기 into. Then my 원기. 원기 means original energy. 원기. My original energy grow up, grow up, grow up. Then universal 대기, great energy, my energy come together. Then you can use universal 대기, use 대기, universal energy. That name is 대기 대용. Great energy, great function. Okay? Great energy, great function. So this everyday sitting very important. This is a yogi style, not Zen style. But this we use this yogi style. We get energy necessary. Okay, so breathing, breathe out. Then your stomach in stomach become hard, become warm. You know, they're strong. So slow into, slow out. Clear mind, clear mind, clear mind. Then don't know over here. Very hot. Very hot. Stomach very hot. If your stomach very hot, this is warm, you know, very warm. There's something over here. If you attach to something, have a problem. But this yogi style attach this, you know, attach the energy. Anytime attach the energy. Then this, then grow up. This very, very strong, very hard, very strong in stomach. Okay. Then that is a younger soul, baby soul, baby soul, soul, young soul, yeah, mind soul, soul, baby soul over there. Then baby soul grow up. It's like a woman baby, 10 months come up style. Okay. This is a baby soul grow, 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 grow. Then yoga style come here, come here, come here. But original this Orient style this yogi means over here. Come this back, come here, come here, come here. Then come over here. Buddha is like that. Come on, come on. This is young soul, the soul baby. Grow, grow, grow up. Then 10 months baby come out. It's like this time. You many try, then energy go over there, go straight over here, then come out. Then you can use anything. Okay, change body, this, everything. 270 kind of up here. That's the yogi style, Zen, not Zen style. But the energy necessary. We energy. If you have no energy, then cannot save all people. You know, cannot save all people. Yeah, body energy also necessary, but this is mind energy. You know, your mind energy, original primary point energy, very important. So energy very strong. Energy strong means your center strong. Then any feeling, any desire, any thinking coming, going, let it be possible. Yeah. Not holding, cannot hold it. Yeah, somebody very angry to me, then they're laughing, you know. But if you have no energy, somebody angry to you, then saying like, why is that? This is in the center. So this is everyday practice, correct practice, very important. Okay. So this try. Okay. So we go straight. So Dharmasa, very wonderful. Korean people, American students, they come together. They understand practicing. Nowadays, Korean people, every day not possible. Only Sunday, afternoon 2 o'clock, I heard, last night I heard that, 15 people together sit, 2 hours. That's so wonderful, Korean people never, they only try Bansen Bosal or give me, Buddha, give me some money, give me this payment, give me something, only give it to me. This type Buddhism, Or Christianity is the same. God give to me happiness, God give to money, all same style. this is not correct. Sit then. Then understand my true self. Then attain Buddha. Attain God is necessary. God give to me, this is no good. Okay? So only try. So now they Dharma is wonderful. So Cambridge is also wonderful. So only go straight.
Diana and Ezra and the others. I have done 35 years in this body, and I hope I have begun the great work of saving all beings. I'm glad that I have met you. You have composed many poems over years of corresponding with your students. The poems are now scattered throughout your letters, but I think they would make a very nice book if they were collected and published with an introduction. If you would like this done, I would be glad to do the necessary work. Let me know what you think about this. Here is a poem for you. Mouse eats cat food from broken bowl. The bowl breaks, the food spills into space. This mouse is enormous. One whisker stretches to the moon. Its silver teeth shine like stars. I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope that all your students continue their good work. Sincerely yours, Stanley. Dear Stan, thank you for your beautiful letter. How are you and Judy? You like Bodhidharma's picture. That is wonderful. The calligraphy is Buddha like this. Do you know its meaning? First, what is Buddha? What is like this? An eminent teacher said, without thinking, just like this is Buddha. When you are not thinking, then your mind is clear like space. Clear like space means clear like a mirror. Red comes red, white comes white. When you see the sky, only blue. When you see a tree, only green. Just like this is Buddha. So I ask you, what is Buddha? What is just like this? If you are thinking, I hit you 30 times. Without thinking, you can see, you can hear, and the good answer is possible. So tell me. Also you said, I am lucky. Yeah, you are a very lucky man. Judy is a wonderful Zen student. Also you have a very strong Zen mind. If you get married, everybody will be happy, and everybody will say that is wonderful. I'm also very, very happy. In the future, you and Judy together will help many other people. Why do you have high-class education? Why do we sit Zen? Why do we want to understand the truth? If you correctly attain your true self, there is nothing, which means it has everything. So if you make something, you have something. So you can do everything. So you can make great love, great compassion, and the great Bodhisattva way. You asked about my poems. That is a very good idea. Nowadays, Providence Zen Center is making a second book. I don't know what is in it. You must ask Louise. We also have a director's meeting where we decide about these things. I think it's a very good idea. Next, your mouse poem is wonderful. Here is a poem for you. Who broke the cat bowl? What is cat bowl? A quarter is 25 cents. 25 cents is ice cream. Ice cream already into the stomach. Very good feeling. Only wonderful. If you understand this poem, you understand the mouse koan. I hope you only go straight, don't know, which is clear like space. Soon finish the great work of life and death, get enlightenment, and save all people from suffering. Yours in the Dharma, SS.
That is Stanley Judy the husband. But how many days ago did they get married?
Well, about 3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Very good this marriage. Many people coming. Also, both this high class this education and also they all finished the PhD together. Also of their professor. teaching what kind of school?
Math and also classics. Stanley the classics professor and Julie's the math professor.
Yeah. So, very clever. Very clever. But I think they are very simple mind. Very clever becomes simple mind very difficult. Clever people too much understand. So people, simple mind very difficult. But they both have strong direction. Because this direction means their situation, my situation, not enough. This mind is very important. My situation, enough, happy, then stay my situation, not grow up, not grow. That is very important. Many people they are in America, my situation not bad, good house, good husband, good wife, good children, good car, money no problem. Oh, wonderful. Every day, sleep, this, have no direction. Someday, your body is little broken, and your car is getting old. Then it's have no gas, have no light, have no this. So this means you sometimes tooth, this time, my style, tooth pain, eyes cannot see, or leg also is not working. Then this happiness all broken. Also the happiness disappear. Many suffering. So nowadays I think about, the American old woman, old this man, old woman, old people. Sometimes I see this, Los Angeles over there, Kingsley, big apartment. This half is a hotel, half is an apartment. There are all these old people's apartment, old people's hotel. Then Sunday, Saturday, some woman, some man, wonderful clothes, wonderful this, old woman, many makeup, this, beautiful light clothes. Then sitting this lobby, okay, lobby. Lobby. Waiting somebody. So I asked someone, who is waiting? Yeah, my son want to come, maybe visit me. So I waiting my son or daughter. What is this time? But all day, only sitting in this chair, only read paper, waiting. After not coming. This is so very busy, the business busy. Oh, also their family go to this vacation, some place, so not coming. Then very sad, this mind, all day. This also, 1 month, one time, somebody 1 year, one time. But they're not coming. Very sad. This mind, then after this mind, half crazy, So, all the people's mind is a children mind. Children mind is also very simple mind. Children mind, very simple mind. But the old people's mind, complicated and simple mind. They cannot, sometimes cannot control this. So, this good situation, more bad situation means the American is too much good situation. So this time is a bad situation appeared. After getting all bad situation appeared. China, Korea, they bad situation. Not so many good house, not so many money, not so many this. All having together, one house maybe 30 people or 40 people, one house. So they go outside, men go outside working, then evening time come back. Then so, if you 30, 40 people, this one house, then hard is grandfather, grandfather, grandson of there. So the grandfather, one time when it is leadership, okay? Today we do this, then everybody, yes sir, only follow, no problem. Only follow, no problem. Yes, sometimes have a problem, but not so big a problem. Not this type, very sad or consciousness overworking, crazy type, not appear. This is like that, okay? So we check this. I went to Poland, okay? Poland, they are communist country, but very strong Catholic, okay? But this society, anytime Catholic, anytime this, now they come as many push this all people's mind, So they have no. If you keep clear mind, very necessary. Moment to moment to keep clear mind, very necessary. If you not clear mind, cannot get money, cannot lose this, job, cannot anything. Yeah. So all moment to moment, keep clear mind is necessary. So they have no crazy people. They also have no kill myself, have no this type people. Have no nothing. Also over there, rich people, poor people have no. This communist country almost same. High class, low class, almost same. Almost same. This is a bad situation, but maybe this is good situation, good situation. So this good situation is a bad situation. Bad situation, good situation. But most important, bad situation, good situation doesn't matter. What is most important? If you attain this, understand most important, you can change it. Bad situation change, good situation change. Good situation change help all people. Maybe so bad situation, but this bad situation, great bodhisattva, very sometimes difficult. Help other people, very difficult. Our this house master, very difficult sometimes. Yeah? But that is the bad situation. But it is lucky, okay? Good. Bodhisattva situation, anytime bad situation, very difficult. But you must understand difficult is not difficult. You strong have direction. This difficulty is your high class value, 가치, value, B-A-U-L, value. I don't know this. 가치가 있다. 이 돈의 가치가 있다. 가치. value, value. You know this some this is much money. This
Value.
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 The value, high class value. Bad, not value, value. Value?
V-A-L-U-E.
Value. Oh, not B, yeah?
Not B.
Value. This is high class value, okay? High class value. So, everybody talked about their high class job, this standard and this jury high class job, high class, this good situation. But this good situation not important. good situation not important. How you use this good situation, that's the most important. Okay? How you use this good situation help other people. So they are hard have make Zen center. They are not make Zen center, it's okay. No, nobody, you are not make Zen center, not say that, but they make Zen center. Every day morning, bowing. They are very good situation. So 8 o'clock wake up, 9 o'clock breakfast, 10 o'clock go to school, no problem. Why they wake up to 5 o'clock, bowing, also sitting? It is make best situation. But they practice it. They practice it. This practice more make this happiness. They not practicing. High class people's head anytime thinking, only my way. I am correct. Then they good situation, high class this education, also high class situation means 1 month, 2 months, or 1 year, no problem. Then next year, second year, have a problem, fighting. Your way, I don't like you. Then fighting soon separate. But together practicing. Then practicing means correct understand my karma. Correct understand my karma, then correct understand other people's karma. First, you must understand our karma. What is my good karma and bad karma? Then this karma, practicing means karma disappear. Then become clear karma. Then using your karma. This is very important. Somebody, my student, very good music. Okay. New York, good music. I say, you good musical, you must stay Zen center necessary. Seung Sahn, you don't understand New York style. You have no time. I like music, So I sit there, morning chanting, I cannot try music. The evening time I go to a music place, together music is necessary. So I go outside. So, yeah, outside is okay, but you soon have a problem. You don't understand. You are only understand them, but you don't understand the New York idea, New York situation, don't understand. Okay. I don't understand New York situation, but I understand correct situation. So go outside. Then here, I go outside 1 week or 2 weeks, no problem. He try only morning time, early wake up, try music. Then evening go to this music place together music. Then after 2 weeks, what kind of happening? Many friends invite him, drink alcohol, dancing, Then the next morning cannot wake up, cannot play music. Then girlfriend appear, then have a good time, have no energy. All day have no energy. So cannot music, mind not clear, cannot music, Sex, drink, dancing, alcohol, everything appears. Everything, bad karma all appear, but bad karma control him. Cannot music, they cannot listen music. So cannot control. Cannot control myself, cannot control this. So cannot famous music, okay? Only star. So now they understand that sensory, that's correct. That's correct. So I told him, so if you want famous, only concentrate music necessary. If you only concentrate music, then you must all your bad karma disappear. You good karma, bad karma, only disappear practice necessary. Disappear, your bad karma disappear. Then clear karma appear. Clear karma appear, then your clear karma control you. That time your good karma means music karma. only concentrate music is next course, only concentrate music is possible. So first strong practice it. Then karma disappear, then clear karma, then using your karma, then only concentrate then famous music. Then your practicing and the music not separate. You think about the Zen is this way, music is this way. This is not correct. Zen way music way become one. Zen way art is become one. Any kind of job become one. Already Heinz Strauss said, you return to your house, return to your job, only go straight. If you want that, first begin your mind become empty. Then you try it's the possible. Then your direction, your outside direction, inside direction. Outside, inside means original job, practicing. Outside job is your karma job, you know. Music or painting or dancing or everything. Then you use the dancing, you use the music, you use this painting, save all people possible. Bodhisattva, any kind appear possible. 관세음보살, any kind of form, incarnation, yeah? Incarnation? Incarnation as a bird, incarnation as music man, incarnation as this painting man, incarnation as this carpenter man. Yeah, very, very, very good carpenter. This is maybe 관세음보살, this incarnation, okay? So, try it. So name is 관세음보살. Name is 관세음보살, able to do everything. Then this music is a bodhisattva music. This painting is a bodhisattva painting. This is so nothing mind and the painting. Then everybody see this. Very good feeling, you know. Very good feeling. Strong emotional appeal. Oh, wonderful. Because I have nothing mind. So before long ago, famous this total Dorin Gosa, he famous Buddhist, but there had many citizens. Hark's government, okay, in Korea, 300 years ago. He also this the China calligraphy, very wonderful. But somebody this bad speech to king, he go to a very bad place. Bad place go. You know go. So he go to jail. It's like go to jail means this jail is sent to this little island, Jeju-do, South Korea, Jeju-do. It's a little island, small island. You must go to jail. Not go to jail, you go to over there. This means 정배. 정배 means ban. Okay. Send over there. So go over there. Before very high class. So go over there. Only he high class job. Or also go small island, no problem. He only practice only Zen, this only. So over there, very high class, you know, very rich men also control this island people. It's a high class also. Island is the government, okay. Any government coming many suffering, but this Dorin Gosa came here. This face more wonderful, very good, you know. So he think about before he had #1 famous calligraphy, okay, Chinese calligraphy. So he think about anytime go over there help him. Before high class government, so anytime help him. Then one day he asked me, I have some 평풍, what this 평풍 means picture, many picture, one side. Screen? Screen is many this, It's like this fan, is like a Korean fan style business. So one picture, one picture, one picture, one picture. So one calligraphy, one calligraphy, one calligraphy, this type. So these are only 5. So he bring me over there. Please teach me. Please writing something, this, screen, okay? Okay, you many help me. So I private project for you. So here, this brush, use brush and dark ink, bring up the, all, put on this, floor. Then this. Then only put one line. So he surprised. He think good correctly. One sentence, one sentence, one sentence, one sentence. What that? But it's only put on this time. What is this? That is my style. This is special. But it's a high-class government. So unhappy inside, very bad feeling. Thank you very much. That's only. So now this it's one. Okay, one. This each Japanese each. It's honey one. 1, 2, 3, 1. Only one. Okay. So he unhappy. After dry, he bring here. Take this his house. Can I keep this? Not beautiful. Only one line, one line. So can I keep this? Living room. Can I keep other price? So only give closet. Keep the closet down. So it's a bad feeling. Many weeks bad feeling. But one night, three. Very good music appear. What kind of music? It's like this. Seung means king appeal time. Try music. This type of music have. Okay, it's national music, Korean national music. So king appeal something, this type of music. Okay, music nighttime. Only this midnight. Only midnight. Every day, hear music. First day, little music. Then next day, more is only midnight. Only midnight, music appear. Next day, more bigger music. Next day, more. You do nothing. But open the door, nobody there. But open door, then music disappear. What is that? So next day, August 4th, again music. So not open door here. That not outside. Inside the house, this music. So where's music? Then small hall, then outside, just his door outside. Oh, there's nothing. Dining room, nobody there. But have music. So where is this music come from? So small open door, open door, but open door, disappear music. So little open door, but nobody there. Hear it. Understand? It's a closet. This stream from music over there. So surprised. Why is music appear? So after understand, open door, then music disappear. So this means he like music. This man like music, okay? But this one point. If you understand this, one, that understand everything. You understand your correct music. So this is from here, music, from here. It's a magic style, magic style. It's a famous story. 이저실력 they have over there. So, 도링고사 have magic. Means only go straight magic. Only go straight. Only one mind. Then any action, something happening. Something happening. So, he after, it's a wonderful stream. Stream? Yeah, wonderful stream. Then after, take out, this dining room. Then everybody come here. Oh, wonderful! Before he don't like, but everybody come here see this stream. Very nice. Why I don't understand it? Why don't understand? Very nice. Because this is very difficult, From here, go over there, only one line, very strong. This is a very difficult craft. So after he understood that, yeah, that's the number one craft, So it's like that. So first all this option, your bad karma. So this story goes up, people high job. But high job don't care. Go to this little island, have no job, everybody's, but this in mind, very Buddha is like clear like space. So go over there, writing something, help other people, many help other people go over there. Then after King understood that, then again call him. So if you have strong direction, then good situation, bad situation, doesn't matter. Your life already have center. So if you have a center, then use this center, many help other people, many help other people. That is our human, Human original they are nothing. Already 6th Pechak said original nothing, okay. But this if you keep using nothing mind, make high value, what? Value. High class value is possible. If you keep I mind, very low class, very dirty value, okay. So only go straight, strong direction. What am I? Only go straight, don't know. Try. That is your center. You don't know mind. Many help other people is possible. That's the great Bodhisattva way. Great love, great compassion. Okay?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. No talking during retreat.
I was reading this story about Linchi recently, Zen Master Linchi, who was one of our great, if you stretch back the lineage, Dharma teachers, Dharma patriarchs. And he said after one Yongen Junjin, in which people had done particularly hard training, and I'm sure it was like all Yongen Junjins are, that some people weren't sure whether they would rather crawl into the altar and die. Some people might have been very happy, some people were bored and wanted to run out of the room. But anyway, Linchi said, at the end of this particular Yongen Junjin, where people had really made a very sincere effort to understand themselves, and this was his Dharma speech. He said, 100 years is 365,000 days. Don't all of you know by now that it's the same old fellow? And all of us know in our lives by now that it is the same old fellow, and all of us forget it, real quickly. I mean, we know that we already understand, And then for some reason, we forget it. And we're convinced that we don't understand. Or we're convinced that, someone else understands, or someone knows. Or we make something and we hold something and it immediately becomes a horrible problem. Last weekend, I was at Middlebury College and we were doing a workshop on Zen. And it was very interesting because I stayed with a history professor. And a good part of the evening after the workshop, this history professor, who was Professor Emeritus, a very scholarly fellow, extremely erudite guy, was talking, and he was also very interested in Zen. And he was explaining to me about some of the people in the department who we were going to meet the next day, one of them being this guy named David Rockefeller, who was, when you talk about having to lug around some baggage, how'd you like to have the name Rockefeller? And this guy was one of the Rockefellers, who was a professor at the religion department at Middlebury. So that evening, this particular guy was telling me about what it must be like to live in David Rockefeller's skin. I mean, he said, just think, wherever you go, as soon as you say, how do you do, my name's Rockefeller, everyone goes, oh, heavy, he's a Rockefeller. And then no matter where you went, there was no way, I mean, you just couldn't do anything without walking in the room, and as soon as you opened your mouth and said, hi, I'm Rockefeller, everyone would go, wow. Or if they didn't go, wow, then you'd be convinced, this was the history professor explaining all this, that they wanted something from you. I mean, when are they going to ask me for a loan? Or when are they going to ask me, just what's 10,000 to you, Rockefeller, with all of your millions? Or whatever it was, that as soon as, he was explaining, as soon as he mentioned this guy's name, that it would become heavy. And because of this, he went on to say, this particular guy, Rockefeller, has a very difficult time relating to people. And has a very difficult time just being open and coming to a party and saying, hey, how you doing? We're all just folks. And here we all are, and isn't it interesting? So he said, when you meet this guy, of course, you'll know that you can expect this. And it was so interesting because this Rockefeller is a Zen student and has been doing, really quite hard training for, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7 years. And he belongs to Capo Roshi's Sama. And so we went over to have breakfast with him in the morning, and the first thing that we did was we went up and we sat for 40 minutes. How are you doing? And we came in and we sat. And then afterwards we had, a delightful, just down-home breakfast. No problem. No problem at all. I mean, we just had breakfast, and shared the time of day, and went to the bakery and bought, fresh bread. And what better way could you have possibly of saying hello to someone and spending the time of day? And he had no problem. He never said, my name is Rockefeller. And for at least an hour the night before, I had been listening to this great Dharma speech about this man has a problem. Because this man's name is Rockefeller. And it's so simple and straightforward. I mean, there's our practice right there. And if you hold something, and you make something, then you create an uncomfortable situation wherever you go. And I'm sure had I been David Rockefeller and I met this very well-meaning old history professor at a party, and he was full of David Rockefeller, it might be a little bit difficult to say, hey, how are you doing? And in a way, our practice with Seung Sahn, our teacher, is exactly the same thing. I mean, his name doesn't happen to be Rockefeller, but his name happens to be Zen Master. So how would you like to be called a Zen Master? Can you imagine? And every you go to a party, I'd like you to meet our Zen Master. I mean, where could you go? This is Zen Master so-and-so. I mean, that would be like 100 times worse than being called David Rockefeller. Wherever you went, it would be, this is Zen Master. And this history professor, wherever he went, and he talked about David Rockefeller, and he was really holding something. David Rockefeller is somebody special. So when he said hello to David Rockefeller, who's no different than any of us, it was like this great weight, this is Bam. And our practice with Seung Sahn is exactly the same thing. We have just a little different style attachment to name and form. We think that a Zen master is something special. That there are these people, whether they happen to be Zen masters or Vajrayana masters or yoga masters, who have something. I mean, Rockefeller has money, and I sure know I don't have money. When I look at my pocketbook. But it's even heavier when you're convinced that it's something very intangible that they've got. I mean, they've got the Dharma, and that's heavy. I mean, and so you meet someone like this, and there you are. You're the history professor, and you're making something special. So you meet this person, and your karma appears. And all of us have had that experience going for an interview. We're convinced. I mean, we come in and we do our prostration, and then you look at this person, and most of the time, at least my experiences with Seung Sahn and other Zen masters I've had the good fortune of interviews with, they don't even have to say anything. I mean, they just hang out and look at you, and all of a sudden your karma appears. You know, boom, and maybe there's that embarrassed silence, like, oh, geez, what am I going to say, or what's going on anyway, or that mind that says, maybe this is all bullshit. What am I doing here anyway? I mean, what's going on? And your thinking mind appears, and they're just hanging out. I mean, they're like David Rockefeller with his warm French bread, and they just want to have breakfast with you. But you're there, and he passes the yogurt around and the Wheaties and everything. Wouldn't you like some? And oh yeah, great. And he's just, there's Seung Sahn, asking if you'd like some yogurt, and we're all convinced that it's boom, boom. And there's, what is it? And all of our practice, to me, seems to be just being able to walk into that situation or any situation and perceive, and not understand, but perceive that we're the same people. And that's a real tough one to do, particularly if you're holding something. And all of our practice is seeing that we're the same folks, that we're all playing in the same deck. And there isn't anybody who has something that we don't have, And that not only that, but that everyone's going through the same trips and the same numbers. Some people are a little more attached to them and get stuck on them more than others. I mean, some people are convinced that because, as they're sitting and their karma appears, and the Diamond Sutra says, it's all like a dream or a phantasm or a bubble that just appears, poof, and floats by and then bursts again. Poof. And some people they have their karma of collecting bubbles and trying to preserve them. And the bubble comes up that says, I'm a schmuck. And sort of coat it in plastic or vinyl and stick it inside and say it, and then they take it out sometimes. I knew I was a schmuck. No good. Other people, hang on to, to other particular things, and it's just this bubble that appears, whoop, and floats across, and then disappears. And if you hang out with yourself and try what we've been doing, which really isn't special practice at all, and a lot of people have a lot of different names for it. Some people talk in terms of mindfulness or vipassana. Some people, there are a lot of different labels you can hang on it, but basically what it boils down to is just hanging out with yourself and watching the bubbles come up, poof, and float across, and then disappear. And if you do it long enough, and you're patient and persistent enough with yourself, then you see that there was maybe just a second, or just a millisecond, or a microsecond, or a flash before this stuff appeared, and then it floats across your consciousness and it disappears, and it appears and it disappears, and there's just a flash sometimes, or just like the shutter of a camera, where there's no thinking. So, there are lots of names for this. We say when appearing and disappearing disappear, then this does bliss. And we think, what is bliss? Is it, saliva trickling out of And all of the teaching and all the Seung Sahn and really the wonderful teachers who are around now, and for some reason there's a fair number of them kicking around, are saying that, when appearing and disappearing disappear, then what appears is just exactly what you see in front of you. Not even a hair's breadth difference. So, someone asks, it's the same story, and they're in all the different traditions. Someone asks, Joju, why did Bodhidharma come to China? And Joju, as they were talking, was looking out the window, and he was looking at the garden, and he said, the cypress tree in the garden. All of this, just like this. When appearing and disappearing disappear, then it disappears. And everyone's fighting that a lot. Everyone's fighting the fact that just like And we hear just like this is it. You know, the Buddhist attained enlightenment, and he said, you know, far out, everything's got it. Nobody's going to believe this. And his first words were, you know, he saw this after, 6 years of sitting there, just hanging out with himself, and he'd given up on his yoga, and he'd given up on his meditation, and he'd given up on himself, and he just gave up on everything. Then he saw just Venus, the star, sparkling. Ah, everything's got it. Everything just like this is it. All this time I knew it. And then his second thought was, as the story goes, nobody's going to believe this. No one's going to buy this. And then then it came time for him. I mean, he perceived 100, he believed in himself 100%. I mean, first he threw away everything. His eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, threw it away 100%. And then for the first time maybe in his life, he could see, he could hear, he could taste, he could touch, and he saw it just like this. Just what all of us see right in front of us, right now. And then the next thing that came to him was, no one's going to buy this. I mean, no one's going to believe this. And he thought, I can't possibly teach. What could I say to anybody? And then he sat, and for a while, and his demons appeared, and all of this stuff appeared. And then finally he said, well, folks, here we go. Here goes nothing, so to speak. And he went out and he taught for 40 years. And at the end of his life, after 40 years of expounding on, the floor is tan and this wall is white, he said at the end of it all, I haven't said anything. 40 years of talking, I haven't said a single word. And there is nothing, just before he died, he said, there's nothing that isn't subject to change. It isn't, constantly changing. So, if you grab anything, it's going to be hard training sooner or later. There's nothing at all. The truth is just like this, and then, so long. That was his life. And he said, 40 years, I never said a single word. And all of our training just, points to, that kind of attention, just paying attention. What are you doing now, man? Come on, come on. And we see it, and everyone knows it, and everyone knows why they practice. Bang, so simple. You know why you practice. And then it's gone. It's like moments during Youngman Junjin where you could sit forever. So sometimes you only want to escape out the door, but there are also those moments where you could, you feel as though, you could sit forever, just not get up off your cushion. And then after Youngman Junjin's over, you have these moments, we all have these moments of, clarity and straightforwardness. Yeah, very simple. And then we go out in the world, and what happens to it? So the wind comes, and it is scattered in 10,000 directions. And, my son comes up to me when I want to meditate in the morning, or both of them come up, at 6 in the morning when I'm trying to barricade myself in my room to sit. And they say, I need help with my homework. Yeah, and then where does it go? And that's, it's obvious why, we practice, we continue practicing. Because we see it, and we have it, and we're home, and then it's blown, in 10,000 directions. And it's gone. So, you could say it in so many different ways, but basically it comes down to just paying attention. Attention. Just pay attention. And the old story of the Zen master said attention, and the guy in the back of the room said, it's all of us saying in the back room of our minds, and we don't even have to say it out loud. Come off it, will you? I've heard that line before, don't give me that attention bit. And on this particular occasion, someone had the chutzpah, or whatever it is, to talk out loud in front of everybody. Most of us just sit back and go quietly in the back of the room. But one person said, attention, what are you I've heard these, this Zen talk before. What are you talking about? It's nothing profound or subtle about attention. And the Zen master said, attention means attention. And the guy came on again. He was really hanging in there. He wasn't intimidated at all by fancy speech, not so fancy speech. He said, I really don't see anything subtle or profound or worthwhile about this word attention. What are you talking about? And the Zen master said, attention means attention. That's all. And the first talk is very interesting. The first talk, the Buddha came out and gave his first series of raps after he saw that he understood and believed in himself, basically. And he taught, the Four Noble Truths, which is kind of passe to talk about now. No one talks about that stuff. And he talked about the Eightfold Path, and no one really talks about that anymore. Just let's get down to the heavy stuff, and crazy wisdom and all the heavy stuff. But one of the things he said was, that he said in the very beginning was, correct effort is necessary. Like it's like drilling for fire. That you can start your bow going and start drilling and drilling. And if you stop just a moment before that ignition, it's ready to ignite, then you stop and it doesn't ignite. And just even a millisecond before that moment when the fire's ready to go, then you stop and it doesn't catch on fire. Or if water is dripping on a rock, drip, drip, just try mine. And it drips at the same point, and the same point, and the same point. It will pass through the rock sooner or later. Even though it seems like it's a hopeless boulder. All you have to do is look at the Grand Canyon. Just in the same point. So one of his first talks, he just talked about correct effort. Moment to moment, what are you doing now? And, keeping that tri-mind, or as Seung Sahn says, for 10,000 years, when we go straight, don't know. And just before he died, he went through the same rap that he did just when he was born. And one of the things that he talked about again was, correct effort, which is that try, that persistent mind that, is consistent and tries every day a little bit, whether it's a great deal or a little bit, it just tries every day and keeps at it, like, rubbing for fire or dropping water in a rock. And he talked about that again. And if you read any of the stories about, all the stories are very similar, but if you look at any of the stories of people who've done hard training in the Zen tradition anyway, you can see that same mind at work. Ananda, who was one of the great disciples in the Buddha's time, who had photographic memory. The Buddha would give one of his raps, $10,000 for 10,000 minds. No mind, what use is there for $10,000? And Ananda would go click. It was like a camera, boom, and it was there a tape loop right in the back of his head, and he had it. And then the next day, the Buddha would give his discourse on the Eightfold Path, or impermanence, or the Four Noble Truths. And Ananda would sit there smiling. And he's one of those people, maybe you've met him, people who, they see something, it's like they look at a page of a book and click, it's there, everything. It's like, it's right in the back in the tape, in the library, in the tape library. So after the Buddha had died, a whole bunch of his disciples who all had different powers, or who all practiced, had their strong points in the practice in different ways. Manjushri became the bodhisattva of wisdom. And some people were very strong sitters, and some people were very strong workers. But there was a whole group of these people who understood themselves 100% in their own way. Some people could sit, some people could talk. Other people, could do other things. Okay? So Ananda had all this stuff in his head. And they said, look, Ananda, you're the librarian. You've got it all. We can't remember all that stuff. But you can remember it, but you still don't understand what the Buddha was talking about. You've got all the facts, you've got all the stuff. It's right there, in your library. But you're the one who has to do hard training. You have to understand what these words are pointing to, because you remember them all. So Ananda tried hard training. And he tried sitting up all night. Soap, hard training. And he tried, fasting. And he tried, all the stuff that we all try, to understand ourselves. And it didn't work. And finally he just said, I quit. I give up. And he said, look, I've tried, fellas, everything I can possibly do. And now it's time. I just got to rest. 100%. I've got to rest. I've done everything. And as the story goes, he lay down, put his feet up. Bang. Oh. Just like this. Far out. And other people come to that exact same point. Whatever your effort is, it's all going to that same point. When you 100% trust yourself. 100%. So Matsu used to sit all the time, this famous Zen master who also happens to be in our lineage. He was a great sitter. and his teacher used to tease him a lot because he sat so hard. And he was ferocious. Oh, what is this? I mean, really sad. I mean, not like, oh, Jesus, I've been here 12 minutes and I've got a date tonight. I mean, he really 100%. This was his way, you know, and he tried. He really went at it and made a meticulous and correct effort. So his teacher used to give him a bad time, you know, all of his nonsense. And he would say on one occasion, you know, Matsu came out of his hard training, and his teacher was there, and all of you know the story, polishing the tile that he'd found on the floor. And Matsu, you know, said, what are you doing that for? And he said, I'm trying to make a mirror. You never make a mirror polishing a tile. And he said, so what have you been doing all this time? Only hard training. And his teacher laughed. He said, will you ever become a Buddha through your hard training? And Matsu had absolutely, I mean, he spent years doing very sincere effort, and he had absolutely nothing to say. I mean, nothing. It wasn't even that he was embarrassed. He just was 100%, I don't know. I don't know. And then his teacher said, if you have a cart that's driven by 2 oxen, and the whole thing stops, do you whip the cart, or do you whip the oxen? And bang. Oh. No problem. Then he understood, you know, he believed in himself 100%. Yeah, just like this. The other story that I think of is the story of this monk who, I mean, how many of us feel this way after Kyung Johnny, where he really tried, and this particular guy tried for 30 years to understand himself. And he really, at the end of his 30 years of hard training, I mean, he didn't understand, and he knew it. I mean, it wasn't like, gee, you know, I mean, he really knew that. He didn't know what the Zen master was talking about. And he left, and he said, look, I quit. I've really tried, but it's been 30 years I've been here, you know, struggling with this nonsense. And he came to the point, you know, it's the same point after, you know, meticulous effort of trying something. That could be anything. I mean, you could try, I really think you could try shucking peas. And if you 100% shuck peas, you could understand yourself. So this guy tried, you know, 100% mind, and no soap. And he just came to the point that the Buddha came to, where he gave up. You know, I give up. And he walked out, and he, on his way out, as the story goes, he ran into Manjushri, who was, as you know, the bodhisattva of complete and unexcelled wisdom. And Manjushri at that time was, you know, shuffling along like a beggar with a pack on his back, you know, just walking down the road. And the guy, the monk, said, look, you know, I don't know who you are, but I've just spent 30 years of my life in this monastery doing hard training. You know, maybe you've got some insight, because I sure don't have any insight. And Manjushri had this great pack that he was carrying. He took the pack off his back, and just dropped it in the dust. And the guy completely genuinely said, you know, without, you know, no self-consciousness. I mean, he just genuinely said, is that all? We just put your pack in the dust? And Manjushri laughed and said, no, that's not all. And the monk said, completely genuinely, without any self-consciousness, I mean, he was just completely open to this beggar. I mean, he put it down. He said, is that all? You just put your pack down? And Manjushri laughed and said, no. And the monk said, well, what? And Manjushri picked up his pack, started walking again. And at this monk 100% understood and trusted himself. So it doesn't, I don't even think it matters what anyone's effort is or what style it is, as long as, you know, it's persistent. You know, and every day it's that good. Try. And nobody knows, no one knows when your time will come. I mean, actually our time is right, it's already come, it's already past, and it's right now, but nobody knows when they're going to believe it. You know, no one knows. Nobody knows. I mean, you could be out the night before, as I've met people who were out drinking and eating meat and going nuts and had spent years hard training, and they come in the next day for an interview and suddenly click, cheek. Ah, you weren't fooling me. I mean, you were really telling the truth. All those stories you were telling me, it's the truth. So you know, the Buddha was always talking about correct effort. And all that is, I think, is persistent every day, try, and non-stop. And it doesn't even matter if it's a big effort or if it's a little effort, as long as it's a consistent effort. So, one more story. You know, everyone knows the story about the sixth patriarch, who was a woodcutter, and his job, his practice was cutting wood for his mother. He had never heard of Buddhism or Zen or the Diamond Sutra or anything, and his job was cutting wood for his mother, 100% mine. I've got this decrepit old lady, and I've got to take care of her. And he would go out and he would cut wood and he'd sell it, and he couldn't read or write, and he had a very low-class job. And that was his job, cutting wood. And he would take it back to his mother. So on this one occasion, as everyone knows, he was in town, you know, selling his wares, selling his wood, and a monk went by and repeated a verse out of the Diamond Sutra. And that was enough. He trusted what he'd known all along, 100%. And he went later on to the person who was the fifth patriarch, and he talked with him. And there was no, you know, gee, you're David Rockefeller, you're a heavy, aren't you? And there was no, you know, or you are Zen master, boom, boom. There was only complete openness, you know, and complete attention and complete trust in these two minds that came together. And the fifth patriarch said, you know, you understand, but if I tell people that you understand, you're going to have a very big problem. And there are people here who have been studying with me for 20 years doing hard training. Can you imagine what would happen if I said, guess what, fellas, this illiterate, it would be like if some South American who didn't speak English came wandering into the dorm room and we'd all been training. I mean, picture now, 10 years from now, or maybe even 20 years from now, we'd all been training with Seung Sahn, and this South American, this sort of this wetback character who comes in, you know, hi, gang. And the Zen master says, guess what, this is your next Zen master. And we go, oh no. What is all of our training been for? This guy understands. I mean, look, I've trained, I've worked so hard. I've done everything I've tried. So the Zen master said, I can't tell anyone. And he put him to work pounding rice. His job was pounding rice, very low-class job. Until finally the time came where the fifth patriarch was very old. And it came time where he had to, you know, give transmission to someone, let someone else carry on his teaching. And as you know, he gave transmission to this illiterate rice pounder who trusted himself. I mean, he was just open. You know, he could meet David Rockefeller without, or wondering if he might get $40 or $1,000 out of him. A completely open person. And you know the story that they wrote. The head monk who'd been there for years and years, the head Dharma teacher, you know, wrote the poem. You know, they had to write a poem. And the head Dharma teacher, the heavy, who could be any one of us, and could be you, any one of us who spent a long time in a formal training situation, you know, wrote, our body's like a mirror stand, you know, our mind a mirror bright. You know, let no dust or dirt, you know, possibly alight. You know, just keep your mind very steady. And then the sixth patriarch wrote his little poem, which said, if I can remember correctly, originally there is no mirror stand or mirror bright, so where could possibly any defiling dust alight? 10,000 dharmas are for 10,000 minds. If you have no mind, what use of the 10,000 dharmas? So the fifth patriarch said, you're the one, you're it. And everyone, I mean, the head Dharma teacher was, he was furious. This turkey is the next Zen master. I mean, I've been here. I mean, think of the trips we get into. Those of us, anyway, who live at a Zen center, who kind of get into that sort of self-righteous indignation. Well, these people who come really don't know what it's all about. I mean, I'm here every day working hard, and, you know, or whatever variation on that theme you get into. You know. So the head monk, I mean, he couldn't help himself. I mean, his karma completely overtook him. And the sixth patriarch headed for the hills. I mean, he had the robe and the bowls, and Brer Rabbit, he lay low. He took off. And the head monk was rip shit. I'm going to 20 years of hard training for this illiterate turkey to come and get transmission and the bowls and the robe. I mean, I'm going to kill him. And he took off after him with only one thought in his mind. After all his years in hard training, I'm going to get this guy and wring his neck. I mean, it's very funny, but I mean, who hasn't felt that way? I used to remember there was this guy who used to be the head Dharma teacher in Providence when I first got there, after I had thought I was very pristine after studying the Suzuki Roshi, and I'd sit very correctly. And this guy would sit next to me and slurp coffee. And he was the head Dharma teacher, and I had these fantasies of, like, maybe I can sneak in his room at night and just beat him. This guy drove me crazy. All I had to do was walk in the room, and he'd drive me crazy. So here was the head Dharma teacher. This had spent years studying, and he was only one mind. I'm gonna catch this guy, this bum, and I'm gonna strangle him. And he took off after him. And the sixth patriarch, who was probably one of the greatest, I mean, of all Zen masters that ever lived. I mean, you read his stuff, and it's just shining. Wow. Just, kind of flattens you. But this monk, I'm going to get him. I'm going to strangle him. And the sixth patriarch had a couple of days. I mean, he'd left at night, so he had maybe 10 hours. And he wasn't particularly strong, and the head monk was a great athlete, and very strong. So he took off after him. Only one mind. Only meticulous effort. I'm going to get him. 100%. I'm going to get him. And he ran, and finally he caught up to him. And the sixth patriarch was hiding behind a tree. It's just, I mean, he put down the robes and bowls, and probably fearing for his life. And the head monk appears in the scene and says, "I've got him now." And the sixth patriarch appears. First he tried to pick up the bowls and the robes. This belongs to me. I'm the one. I've done all the hard training. This turkey hasn't done anything. So he grabbed the bowls and he picked them up, and he couldn't pick this. They were just. It was too heavy for him. He couldn't pick it up. He couldn't pick up he had made this meticulous effort. Only one point. Only I'm going to get it. Then he grabbed what he thought he wanted, and he couldn't move it. I mean, it wouldn't budge. And then the sixth patriarch appeared and said, "Show me just now, where is your original face? Just now." And at that, he just broke out in sweat and began weeping. I said, "Oh, you're both students of the sixth patriarch. Oh, thank you very much." He understood 100%. And up to that point, it was just that 100% mind. I'm going to get it. He had done years of hard training, but it was that. I think that's what the Buddha was talking about when he said meticulous effort. This monk's meticulous effort was, I'm going to strangle the Buddha. I'm going to strangle the sixth patriarch. And Matsu's meticulous effort was only go straight. No. And there's a Zen master in Korea now who doesn't sit, he just works. And if you go to Korea, you can see the stones that he's laid. Every day that's his way. He works his ass off every day. And that's his meticulous and correct effort. And he understood himself laying stones and working. And the sixth patriarch's meticulous and correct effort that came up to his just trusting himself was cutting wood for his mother. And just cutting firewood. And we we put ourselves in a training situation of just going straight, don't know. It's the simplest job in the world. And that's the way that we try, in a kind of a very artificial way, to make this meticulous and correct effort of only one point. What is this? If we had the strength to do that in our lives, formal training would not be necessary. If you could keep one pointed mind and pay complete attention and go straight with anything, I really don't think all this stuff would be necessary at all. But I can't do that. And I know that I'm not different than anybody else. We're all playing with the same deck. So we try Yama Janja, which is just boiling your mind. And you sit and your karma appears. And do you control your karma? Does your karma control you? What is your correct master? And what is it? That is your correct master. What is it? So the whole story. The Zen master used to go out from the humankind and called himself Master, and he'd answer yes, and he'd say, "You must keep clear." Yes, yes. don't be deceived by anyone, any day, any time. Two minds. He called himself and answered himself. So which one is, where is the correct master? Then if you keep this, where is the correct master? This is it. This one you don't know. And Seung Sahn goes around the world and he says the same thing to everyone. And then he, gets people to practice. He asks them, what are you? And in German they go through the Ich bin auch bei der Schneiderin gewesen. Yeah, but before all this stuff, what are you? And finally they say, Ich verstehen Sie nicht. Yeah, I don't know. Or he asks, as he did at the Washington Cathedral, all the priests and all the heavies. It was such a beautiful scene. There they were, all lined up. The Episcopal Conference of the and they're all lined up. They wanted to come to Young and Janjin with the Zen master. So he would say, what are you? And they'd say, I am a son of God, and the Son of God is the Holy. And then he said, yeah, but before all of that, before the bubble came up and floated across, what was it? And they go, I don't know. And he'll ask garbage collectors, and they'll say the same. Everybody says that I don't know. Then the next course is, yeah, you are don't know, and don't know is you. So if you want to trust yourself 100%, just go straight don't know. And that's our, those are our instructions. That's the game plan. So we set up situations where we can try to do that and not move every time a little wind blows. Oh, I gotta get out of here. But just hang out with yourself. Oh, I'm so tired. I couldn't, but I'll just sleep this morning. So we have this, those of us who do regular practice, you chant, the same chants every day. What a bore. And we sit the same way every day. And we've done, some of us, now it's going on 10 years, hundreds of these things staring at the walls. And always the same thing happens. Our karma appears, poof, and either we attach to it and we take it seriously, I gotta get out of here, or I really am this. Or you don't touch it, and you can see, everything becomes clear, no problem. And then we practice keeping that mind, clear mind. And keeping the mind fast and clear, and using the point of a mind as sharp as an needle. And we, try together. And the nice thing about practicing together is, no matter what space you're in, there's always someone who's right on the money. There's always someone who's clear and straight away. And whenever there's someone clear and straight away, you know it. You can feel it. And it's okay. Then your time may come when you're completely wacko. Just out there flapping like a big bird, but there's someone else who's clear. That person may, next week just completely blow it and just be convinced that they are their thinking. And then at that moment you're, buddy, there's no problem. Then there's no problem. I was watching this blue jay this afternoon doing his number out in the rain was coming down. And, it was slush and yuck outside, and here was this blue jay sitting in a tree and bouncing up and down, picking little berries, bouncing up and down. The rain's coming down, all this slush is blowing, and this blue jay had no problem. It wasn't, why is it raining on me? I don't know. It understood its job, just picking berries, very clear. And human karma is, here we are, and we know what our job is sometime, like a blue jay, just picking berries. It doesn't matter if the slush comes, or the cold weather, or the blue jay's going to be doing his blue jay job, irregardless of